Hi everybody, welcome again to another Csec CXC Geography Made Simple. Today, in today's share, we'll be looking at the calculation of time. And I have three exercises here in which we're going to be doing together. But before that, let us look at how you calculate time. Okay, so let's just go into the principle as to how it is done. Okay, in calculation of time, we must remember that the world is divided into two hemispheres, right? As far as time is concerned, that is right. So you have what you call the Greenwich Meridian. Now, the Greenwich Meridian is the standard in which time is calculated, right? This is going east, and this is going west, right? Now, going east, let me write this here. East, you will add time, and going west, you will, let me write west, you will minus time. Okay? Now, we all know that the world have several longitudinal lines, which imaginary lines. You know, you have line of latitude, line of longitude. Line of longitude are those lines, imaginary lines, which runs from the north to the south of the equator. Okay, so you have longitudinal lines. Now, each degree in which you move east or west, time changes. So, as time changes, every 1 degree, you will change, every 1 degree equal something like 4 minutes. Alright? Every 15 degree equal 1 hour. That means if I'm supposed to be moving from the Greenwich Meridian, right, towards the east, and I'm going to be moving, let's say, 25 degrees east, I'll be moving 25 degrees times 4. And so in calculation, I'll be moving 100 minutes. In moving 100 minutes, I now would have to work out this minutes in hours. We all know that 60 minutes make, well, 60 minutes, right, make 1 hour. So you're going to have 16 to 4, 16 to 100 goes one time, remainder 40. So therefore it will be 1 hour. Let me write it out, right? 1 hour, right? And we have 40 minutes left. 40 minutes cannot make an hour, so you have 1 hour 40 minutes. So the dynamics here is as we move east or west, times change every 1 degree. Every 1 degree equal 4 minutes. 15 degree equal 1 hour. And I was given a scenario. Let's say that I am at X, and the X is 25 degrees. What time is it at X? What I would do is to, and let's say that at the Greenwich Meridian it was 12 noon, right? What I would do then, after finding the 1 hour and the 45 minutes, I would then say at X, time equal 12 noon plus 1 hour plus 40 minutes. Time equal 1:40 p.m. Because remember, we are adding time. Now, if I had been moving, let's say I'm moving west, I'm moving over to this side, and it's the same 25 degrees. Let's call this Y, so as not to confuse you. The same 25 degrees, right? What I would have done, I would have subtracted instead of added the time. So therefore, it would be 12 time at Y. Let me write it properly so you don't get confused. Time at y equal 12 noon minus 1 hour and 40 minutes. So therefore time equal 1 hour from 12 o'clock will be 11, right? And taking away 40 minutes from 11, you'll end up with 10:20 a.m. There are two tricks in actually calculating time that we must understand. That one, you cannot use a calculator. You have to use it out of your head. Remember, every 60 minutes is an hour, right? So if you try to use your calculator will give you wrong information. You have to calculate it based on the time, calculation of time. Okay, so let's look. So since I've actually explained moving east, moving west, 1 degree. Alright, so I have established that 1 degree equal 4 minutes, 15 degrees equal 1 hour. So 25 degrees equal 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay, so let's look at the actual situation where you're trying to calculate the time for a place. Let's look at 4 exercises. Well, 3 really. Okay, so let's look at this exercise. Now, if it is 12 noon at the Greenwich Meridian, moving east at 28 degrees, what time is it at X? So, in calculation of this is the GM, right? And it is said that it is at 12 noon, right? So, if it is 12 noon at the GM, and we're trying to find, we're going east, that means we're going to be adding, right? We're going east, so we're going to be adding, right? What time is it at 28 degrees? And call this point X. Okay, so let's work out that one first. So time equal GM equal 12 noon, right? X at east, and this indicates that you're moving that way, you're adding, right? X at east equal 28 degrees, right? Remember, 1 degree equal 4 minutes. Therefore, 28 degree equal 28 times 4. How many minutes calculate here? So you cannot use a calculator to do the division, but you can use a calculator to do multiplication. So 4 times 28 gives you, I think it's 112, right? So it is 112, and this is minutes, people, not hours, right? Now you want to convert these minutes to hours. So therefore it will be 60, because you're trying to convert it to hours, right? 60 into 112 equal 1 hour, right? 1 hour, and I think it's 52 minutes, right? So therefore time equal, time at X equal 12 noon plus 1 hour and 52 minutes. Time equal 1:52 p.m. Okay. Now, if I was moving west, I would have, and this is moving east. This is how I calculate it, moving east. Now, if I was moving west, I would say time at X one. Now, if I was moving west, it would be 12 noon. Let me put it there, 12 noon, right? Minus, and this is if I'm moving west, right? 12 noon minus 1 hour and 52 minutes, and that would be 1 hour from 12 give you 11, and 52 minutes from 11 give you 10:08 a.m. So therefore time at X would be 10:08, yeah, 10:08 a.m. Okay, so this is how I would calculate it, calculating at 12 noon, moving east at 28 degrees. Remember, 1 degrees equal 4 minutes, so therefore 28 times 4 gives you 112. 112 divided by 60, because 60 minutes make 1 hour, right? You're converting it into hour, right? So after that, now you end up with 1 hour and 52 minutes. Now because you're moving east, you now have to add the 1 hour and the 52 minutes to the 12 noon. That gives you the time of 1:52 p.m. and time at west. If I was moving to a westerly direction, because remember, with time, if you're moving east, you add; if you're moving west, you minus. With this, what you do, you just minus. So you always start with the hours first. From 1, that's 1 hour from 12 noon give you 11 o'clock, and you still have 52 minutes to minus, so you minus the 52 minutes from the next hour, right? Whatever you have here, right, you're gonna minus it from 60, right? And then now you're gonna put it back beside. So therefore, when I minus that, I get 8. So it is 10, because the 60 will be the next hour, right? So because the 60 is the next hour, I minus this from the next hour, which would be between 10 and 11. So when I minus that between the next hour, I get 8 left. So it's only 8 minutes left out of the next hour. So that's the reason why it is 10:08. Alright, bear that in mind. Okay, let's continue. I have 2 more samples to show you as to how I go about calculating time. Note, in CXC or in exams, you never normally get minutes like these. They would round it off in the multiple choice, and you normally get this in multiple choice. They round it off to 10 a.m. or 10:30, right? Or 11 o'clock or 11:30, but you're not going to see times like these. So you have to be very careful. Yes, you're going to work out your time, but you're going to put it to the nearest hour or half an hour that is on the paper. Alright, so let's look at another, right? Let's look at number 2. If it says, if it is 1 p.m. at the Greenwich Meridian, what time is it moving 25 degrees west at the GM? Okay, so we're talking about 25 degrees and 1 p.m., right? So we're going to put GM equal 1 p.m., right? Okay, and degree, we're talking about 1 degree equal 4 minutes. And the degree we're working with is 25 degrees, and that times 4 equal 100 minutes. So time at, let's call it the position X, equal 100 minutes divided by 60 equal 1 hour and 40 minutes, right? We're still calculating, and it was 1 p.m. So it is 1 p.m. Minus 1 hour and 40 minutes, still there, equal the 1 from the 1 o'clock gives you 12 noon, right? And then now you're gonna say 40 from the 12 noon give you a remainder of 20. So therefore it's gonna be 20. So it's gonna be 11:20 a.m. So it is the 1 hour from here gives you 12, and the 40 from the 12 gives you 20. So therefore it's 11:20 a.m. and thus this will be moving west, because all of this, because you're moving west, you're going to minus, right? Remember, you're moving west, and anytime you're moving west, westerly direction, you minus. Whenever you're moving to an easterly direction, you would practically, you would add. Okay, so let's go at the final computation as to how you calculate time. Let's go to a little bit more, difficult. Now, I wouldn't say difficult, but a little bit more time-consuming exercise. Okay, so I'm going to be working at the front here, so probably it might be looking a little bit confusing, but please bear with me. Okay, so let's say that it is 1:30 at Greenwich, right? So it is 1:30, and you're trying to find the time at X and Y. So it is 1:30. I think I might need another piece of paper. Okay, so I have a different sheet of paper. The third question here with the timeline. Okay, so we're trying to find out the time at X and Y. Okay, so let's look at X first. So it is 1:30 p.m. at the Greenwich, right? It's 1:30 p.m. at the Greenwich. Time at X, and we are actually moving east, right? So I'm gonna put it here, the E, so that you understand that this is an easterly direction calculation. That means you're gonna be adding, right? Okay, so it is 57 degrees, right? So time the degree time at X equal 57 degrees, right? Remember, 1 degree, all of the principle. Remember, 1 degree, and I always do that at the first, 1 degree equal 4 minutes. That means 57 degrees equal 4 times 57. Divide by 60, because 60 minutes equal 1 hour. Okay, so 1 degree equal 4 minutes, right? And time at X, which is 57, equal 57 times 4, which would give you 228. 228 divided by 60. How do I work out that? Remember what I said before, that you cannot use a calculator. Your calculator is going to give you issues. So you have to work it out step by step. Yes, it's going to take time, but you have to do that. Okay, so I have a piece of paper here where I'm going to do the rough work. So 60 plus 60 give me 120, right? And this is 228. Alright, so another 60 give me 180. So 180 from 228 give me 48. So therefore it seems as if it will be 3 hours and 48 minutes. So it will be 3 hours 48 minutes. So therefore time at X equal 1:30, and this is 1:30 p.m. Alright, plus 3 hours and 48 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do first is to add the hours. So it's 3 hours plus 1 o'clock. That will 4 o'clock, right? Okay. Now the 30. So let me use my rough sheet here. So it is 4, right? So far, right? However, it seems as if I might end up with another hour. So it is 4. Alright, so it is, so that's why I need rough work. 30 plus 48 gives you 78, right? So therefore this looks like it's gonna be roughly about addition, this is gonna be 5 hours and 18 minutes, right? Alright, don't compute my little mumbling. Alright, so it is 3 plus that time equal 5 hours. Sorry, 5 time equal 5 o'clock, right? Plus the 30 plus 60 from 60 from the 78, because the 30, which is here, plus this, right, give you 78 minutes. That's why I get the extra hour, right? So what's gonna be left is 18. So the time would be 5:18 p.m. So yeah, so that would be the time, 5:18. So time at X equal 5:18 p.m. right? So what is the time at Y? Time at Y is now easier to calculate. Time at Y, remember, you know, this, we're looking at this. Time at Y is right. So all I need to do for time at Y is one of them is 57, X is 57, and Y is 65. So what I need to do is to minus the 57 from the 65, and I'm gonna get roughly about 8. 7 and 7, 14, and 1, yeah, 15, right? So I'm gonna get 8, right? So it's roughly 8 degrees, right? Remember, 1 degree equal 4 minutes. Sorry, 1 degree equal 4 minutes, right? Okay, so therefore 8 degree equal 8 times 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 16, 2, 4, 16, 16 and 16, 32. So the answer is gonna be like about what? About 32 minutes. 32 minutes, right? So it's gonna be just an addition of about 32 minutes. So time equal Y equal 65 minus 57 equal 8 degrees. Y equal 8 because it's 8 left, right? Times 4 because 1 degree equal 4 minutes, right? So that is going to be for 32. Y equal 32 minutes, right? So therefore time at Y equal 5:18. This 5:18, right? PM plus 32 minutes, and that would be time at Y equal 5:50 p.m. So I don't need to work out all of this for the time at Y. I just need to minus, because remember, we are actually on the same trajectory here. So we're moving from 57 to 65. So the difference here is just 8 degrees, right? So it is 8 degrees times 4 equal, right? And then 4 times 8 equal 32, right? And then now you would add the 32, which is the 32 minutes, plus 5:18 that you got up here, and then now you would end up with that. And that's how you do calculation of time. And as I said before, underneath exam condition, you want to write that time, right? You want to write that time. What you would do, you would probably run it after about 6 p.m. right? And if you're going to the west, instead of adding, right? Instead of adding, you'd actually subtract. Same principle apply here anyway. Whether you're going to east or west, same principle. You just minus the higher degree from the lower degrees and then find the difference, and then now you add it to what you got before up here, right? Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that this video made sense. I hope that you can actually use it to actually champion your cause in passing your exam. Bye. Thank you for watching. Peace out.